What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, it was quiet.
Okay, so obviously there's the standout bit where she forgot the narrative and started saying the room was quiet and then went, everything was quiet, because she forgot that she'd established the fact that the children went outside. So, and that she didn't know that they were outside. So, in terms of the timeline, everything would have had to have gone quiet before they went outside, not while they were outside. But in amongst her confusing, jumbled speech here, she's originally saying, I think she's trying to establish that, they're not the kind of kids that run off outside on their own. We tell them not to, and we usually make sure that we go outside with them. That's my rough translation of that garbled rubbish. But then she goes on about them getting outside, opening the door and getting outside, which we know is complete utter BS and impossible also. So she's actually giving conflicting information here. On one hand, she's trying to say they're not the sort of kids that, we have to tell them not to go outside. I think that's what she's trying to say. And then straight away she's basically, they got the door open and they wandered off outside and they were playing for a while and then they just wandered off. And we know that this is the same interview when she was talking about the possibility of an abduction. Not that they could be abducted, but they could. Kind of garbled Malehya thing. But the translation of that, again, is her going essentially that she doesn't think they've been abducted, but they could have been. So in the possibility that this may have happened, but that's not my story that I'm giving you right now. So even in that first 24 hours, 36 hours, she was getting her narrative confused. She wasn't sure whether to push the may have been abducted narrative or push the wandered off into the woods narrative. So she's contradicted herself in this interview. Now, there's one more thing in this interview that she said that I want to bring out, and that's what she said in terms of their apparent autism.
And they do have possible autism, but it's not extreme autism. It's just they have issues with school, and they don't catch up with the other kids.
So here she's saying that if it is autism, it's basically their idea that is what's going on is based on the fact that the children are behind developmentally. She's saying it's not extreme autism, and she's said before that, they're verbal. Now, when it comes to children with autism who wander off, that is children with a higher level of autism. Given that people really weren't sure if these children showed signs of autism other than that they were developmentally delayed, given that they were missing at least one day a week of school, I would be putting it down to that as opposed to autism. I would also be having a close look at complex PTSD. So nothing that she's said here points towards them being so extreme with their autism that they're just going to wander off. So she's basically shown a lack of understanding of autism here and also shot her own argument in the foot, because it sounds like she was trying to establish that, believe me that they must have wandered off because we've been told they might have autism. And then the saying to Cindy, I told you they had autism. Like somehow having autism means you are going to wander off. It doesn't mean that. Yes, there are instances of children with autism who may wander off and get lost. But when you look at those children, they have a far more, they show more symptoms. I'm just trying to say it the right way without sounding politically incorrect or anything. But the children who show definite autism symptoms, children who definitely need support because of the high level of their autism. These children needed support because they weren't being cared for. Anyway, the point is here that she's trying to establish this narrative of they must have wandered off because we've been told they have autism. And then now she's saying, oh, the autism isn't all that bad.